So now let's just display the messages, that is the files and images which the user sent. We have to display it on our messages box that is inside the chat. So for that purpose, in here on our messages widget dot file, as you know, where we have our stream builder. Here we have to add some conditions now. First, we will check if the message is a text message, if the message is a file, or if the message is an image. So how we will recognize that? Well, it is simple. What you need to do is, let's move it to the next line. As you know that we can get our data using each message. So each message text we will get, we will make sure that it is in string format, and we will then check if it contains .jpg. You know that while saving the images to the database, first make sure to confirm that. Let me just come here to the method where we are uploading image. Here it is, upload image. We forgot to add that. Okay, so while saving image to the database, to the Firebase Firestore storage first, of course, and then to the Firestore database, we are already saving it inside our this send message. So alongside with the image unique name, we will also save the image type. So we save our images, okay, this is manual extension which we give to it, okay, that is .jpg. So we will have the image name, the image unique name, and then .jpg. So using this letter we can recognize either it is an image file, it is a text message, or it is a file in a message. So now let's just come back here, and here we can say if it contains .jpg, if the text message which we are receiving, if that text, as you know that inside this text format we save our message data, that is how are you, or if it is an image then it will be the image download URL, or if it is a file then it will be URL to that file, okay, inside this text we are receiving. Now when we will test the application, I will show it to you guys. So if it is an image, then we will display that image. So we will copy this align, and first we will add if condition, okay, like this, and then we will paste that align widget here, remove this comma, add else. So if it is image, then display that image, otherwise we are displaying a text message. If it is a text message only, like how are you, where are you, okay, only the text, that is string format, which is just the message. However, if that text message contains the specific keyword which is the extension of that image .jpg, it simply means it is an image file. And then inside this align widget, instead of displaying that text, we will display the image, which is simple. We have to just say image dot network, and that image URL, which you know that we can get using this each message text. Width we will give to it 200, height we will give to it 200. So it is simple. You see, this is if the message contains this .jpg, okay, that means we have an image file, we display that image file, otherwise we display that text message. If it is not jpg, it means it is a text message. But we have also files. So for the files, you already know we are saving the files with a unique name, and each file has its own type. Each file has its own type at the end, and you know that this file type is either .pdf, .mp3, .mp4, and so on, the types which we have. So what we will do, as you can see here, okay, so what we can do here is we will simply use a nested ternary operators. Ternary operators are these, okay, that is, this means if, this means else. So after this we can add some conditions now. So for example, we will then check the inside each message text we will check if it contains, okay, first make sure to convert it to string, then we will check if it contains dot, for example for a document file the format is docx, okay. So if it contains this docx, it means it is a file, and the other extension also. So using OR operator we can add the other ones as well. So we can say if it contains .pptx, let me move it to the next line. Then if it is .xlsx, it means it is a Microsoft Excel file. And then of course if it is .pdf, it means it is a PDF file. And then of course the .mp3, and then the last one which is .mp4, and add the question mark, which means if. Turn the operator if. So what I can do is I will simply move it to the next line. I will copy this a line and paste it here, okay, like this, and then add else. I will explain this now, okay. So first let me display here the file icon. If it is a file, then we will display this file icon. So we can say so this is if it is a file, okay. Now let me explain. First we are checking if it contains .jpg, then it means it is an image file, so we display it like this, okay. You see it is a image file. Inside a bubble we display that. Else, this is a, now it becomes the nested ternary operator, just like nested if else conditions. Then we check if the text content .x, or if it contains .pptx, that is PowerPoint or Microsoft Excel, or if it is .pdf, or if it is .mp3, or if it is .mp4. If it matches with these, with any of them, it simply means it is a file. So we display the file. As you can see. Now one thing which we will do here is when the user click on this file icon, then we can download that icon, okay. So wrap this image.asset inside a gesture deductor, and for now we will leave it empty. Of course in the upcoming videos we will implement this. So if the message contains this type, it means it is a file which we display here, okay, the file icon, or you can say the file image. Then else if it is not image and if it is not a file, that means it is a text message. So that's why this else statement will execute and it will display that text message. Now how? Let's just test the application now. Finally, now let's quickly log in. Let's go to the contacts, let's open any chat, and now let's send image first. So if I click on that, just choose any image from your computer. So I will just choose this image and I will click open, and it will now start sending that image. As you know, it is sent successfully. However, we will display the circular progress bar, which is not displayed here when we send the image, okay. So we will fix that. Now you see the image is sent successfully, which is inside the bubble. One thing which I have to show you guys is the database. If you go to the database, also let's go to the storage. First we will check out the storage. Inside the storage, a folder is created by the name chat images. Inside it we have our chat image. Now if you go to the database, then inside the messages, let's quickly check out the message. So the new one was, it is this one. Okay, this was the new message. So you see that this is basically our image file, and if you see here, it contains .jpg. This was the image name from here up to here, and you see at the end here, that is .jpg. So as it contains .jpg, so according to our code, where we add conditions, that is, if it is an image file, then display this image. Okay, so that's why you see on the interface that image. And now let's send a file. So I will choose the type. Let's say I'm going to send a docs file, .docs. So I will choose this docs file and let's send. So here you can see it is sent successfully. Now if I show you the database first, then first go to the files. Okay, files folder is created, and inside that our file is stored, and you see that the type is add to it, which is .docs, because we choose .docs. If you choose any other, then it will be .pdf, .mp3, whatever you choose. So it is uploaded successfully to the storage, and then in the database you can see that this is our file. Now how I know? Here you can see .docs. So according to our code, where we add the condition, if it contains any of this extension, then it simply means that this is our file. So we display that file icon. Okay, so this is our file, and of course the rest you already know. If it is not a file and not an image, then it will be a text message. That's why at the end we say else and display text messages. So that's why you see the messages here on the user interface. Okay, so we have text messages, images, and any file. The user can send text messages, images, files, and any file. It can be PDF, mp3, or .mp4 files, or Microsoft PowerPoint file, any file. One thing is we have to fix the circular progress indicator when the image or file start uploading. So we have to check our conditions first with the buttons which we implemented here. So you know that it is inside our, after the stream builder, we have our text field for sending message. So if loading file is false, then display this. Otherwise, if it is true, then display circular progress indicator. Similarly for the pic, if it is false, display this icon. Otherwise, display circular progress indicator. It is okay, and also these variables are okay. One thing which we have to check is here, if upload file, set it to true, and at the end, okay, we have to basically first wait if the download URL we get successfully. As you know, it is outside the if condition, so it execute this and that it execute this if condition, and it do not wait for the response, that is download the file and get the download URL. It do not wait for it, and it execute this, that is set it back to false at the very seconds when we start uploading. So we can wait first. So what we can do, we can move this Control X. Inside the if condition we can do that, that is it start uploading, as you can see, and once we get the download URL after, that is after the send message, we can set it. Similarly for the image, let's move it from here. First we upload file, and then we wait. Once we get the download URL, then we send the message, and once we send the message successfully, then we can do that. So now let's just restart the app. So now if we come back here, first I will choose an image file. Let's choose send this image. You can see that now it's working. Similarly, let's test the file. This time I'm going to send mp3 file. So I will choose the mp3 file, open. Okay, so it is sending. You can see the progress indicator is working now. and here you can see that it is sent successfully. So yeah, this is how we can send images, we can send files, and we can send text messages. Of course, if you want, you can log out and see it for the receiver side, that is log in using John account. So I will quickly log in as John, so we can check if it is working both for the sender and for the receiver as well. Here you can see that it is working fine. Let's choose an image, let's send, let's choose different image. Okay, this one. So here you can see that